What is up, guys and girls? So in this video I'm going to show you 15 beginners tips for the game Tides of War, Pirates of the Caribbean. Absolutely amazing game and very addictive, and unfortunately the tutorial isn't very in-depth, so I'm going to show you 15 tips here today that will help you get you on your way and sailing. Alright, first up, it's fairly obvious, join a guild and check in. This is what I do every time I start the game. So in the bottom left corner you've got the shield, well, the sword and the arm. Support alliance, that's one, and second one is to check in, which is the next option there. And this will give you some rewards, and I'll show you where to get them a little later. Alright, next up we're going to get ourselves some extra ship upgrade points by locating idle sailors. And they can be anywhere, on the masts, on the deck, and you can go through and check all your ships. It'll give you between 7 to 9 upgrade points per sailor, so it does stack up fairly quickly, like so. Alright, now this is something I wish I knew when I started the game. I've got a construction going on there which is 21 hours 21 minutes. What you need to do is grab these large pirates, which is your alliance members, visitors. They don't control them, they just kind of randomly spawn. There's Mr. Torn Ghost, and it'll shave off between 7 and 8 minutes per pirate. Now obviously with a 23-hour wait it's not going to be too effective, but if you're doing construction that is a bit less time, it has a large effect on it. You can shave off about 40-45 minutes with all the pirates that you can find. And I do apologize about the recording as well as the finger tapping. I do try and do it a bit softer a bit later, but the Google will not let you record in an audio. Alright, so there we go, 21:44 I think it is. That shaved off a fair amount of time. Now there's other things you can do with these pirates. For instance, you can drop them into any construction, and I thought this was actually the healing, but it's not, it's construction. But you can drop them in anything that has time waiting to finish, except your weapons and pirates and cannons production. And there is also one more thing you can do, which I did not know either, is that you can drop these suckers in the water and they will give you random items and gifts. It's probably a good idea to drop them over here in the cove because it's much quicker for them to swim. As you can see, they're going to swim to the edge, they're going to jump out and give you random gifts. There's some experience and some dice game. I'm going to speed this up a little bit here. Swim, Forrest, swim. And now we're going to have 2 more guys give you some items and XP. Well, all XP that time. Alright, next up we're going to get our free... No, I'm going to show you how to sell weaker pirates. Now this is not something I would normally do. So you go to the bosun, and here you can select pirates, sell them, and do whatever you want with them, including equipment. But normally I would just add the weaker pirates onto my ships until they're all gone. Alright, next up you check for attacking ships. Now this is something you should do very beginning as you log in, because they only kind of swing in as you log in for the first time. And they will also give you some upgrades, or speed upgrades. Alright, next up we're going to grab our free chest, which is kind of misleading. In the top right corner it says free. When you click on it, it wants you to buy stuff, and there's no indication that you can scroll down, but you can, as you can see. And right at the bottom they will give you your free gift. Alright, next up, the daily awards and activity rewards, or daily quests I think it is. So you click on your character there, and the daily quests, they're random from monster hunting to PvP, and it can be pretty much anything. It's just something that you can do when you play the game. And that'll change. After this, we're going to have a look at I think it is the activity rewards. Now this is a time lock bonus, which I like to call it. And as you play and progress, these will unlock as you go. But it's always good to come and check if you can get any. Okay, next up we're going to go to our inbox, which is actually the scroll at the bottom of the screen down there. There it is there. And when you click on this, you can see the presence on some of them. And this is where you collect your sign-in bonus or your sign-in reward, as well as other things from alliances or your alliance. But again, something I had no idea beforehand, and good to know. Next up, we're going to go for our actual alliance gifts. Now this will be situated in this little cove outside your research area. And sometimes there'll be lots, sometimes there won't, depending on how long you've been since your last login. And after a while you will be able to do the receive all, which makes it a lot quicker to select all of them. Okay, territory buffs. Now this is very useful. It's pretty much a summary for everything that's in your inventory, so you don't have to go through all the scrolls and trying to activate things that you want. You can just go down this list and click on what you want to do depending on what you're doing for your game. Like if you're going to go farming, increase your ship attack and shit like that. And if you do have a scroll, it'll be green and you won't have to pay for it, which I do show at the end. But again, good to know that you can buff yourself. Okay, the Cave of Treasure. Now this is so vitally important because it's something that you can increase the power of. So what I like to do, which is what I normally do when I play any game of this at least, is to find monsters with items above their heads. Those ones are a bit too strong. But there's a Banshee over there and she's got an item above her head. Now it could be a treasure or it could be a build upgrade or a crafting material at least. And there is a giant lobster with a gold chest, so that's not going to be crafting equipment, it's going to be something else. I just send guys out and farm the area for these items, and I will show you in a second why. So I like to do a sort of a 50-kilometer radius and mop up all the items I can find, all the treasures. There's another one there, but a bit too powerful. I'll need my whole fleet for that guy. But I think there's a level 19 mutated whale here, which I go and attack, which I can do at the moment. I can't beat level 21, I think it is. But he's got an item above his head as well. And that's going to help your cave, which I'm going to show you right now. So we're going to spawn back. We're going to rush back to our territory right here. And the Cave of Treasure can be located just to the left of your fortress. Right over here. Now when you click on it, you will see the new items, or the new banners, the red ones. Those are all treasures that you've discovered. And these buffs are very cool because they can be upgraded. And that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Open it up, and as you can see, they've each got their own progress bar. The more you find, the more powerful your buffs get. And these are time lock buffs. Kind of like the territory buffs, except they don't cost you anything to use. Or no scrolls at least. So as you can see there, that's resources, sure. No point in waiting for that, just do it. Other ones like ship attack and pirate health increase, you kind of only really need to do that before you go farming for these items. So go through the list and see what would benefit you on your upcoming gameplay. Very, very useful, and this is pretty much what I'm doing at the moment, is leveling these buffs up so I can actually attack more powerful monsters without having to go through the research menu and upgrade the ships. Because you don't really need a strong fleet to do this, because the treasures are on monsters that are pretty weak as well. So this is what I'm focusing on at the moment, as well as obviously research. Always have research, which I get into in a second. Okay, so two more. Next one is to keep the build queues busy. So at the moment I haven't got them busy because I'm saving for a fortress upgrade, but did get your pirate hiring, your cannon production and your weapon production right there. So before you exit the game, make sure those queues are busy doing something, as well as definitely your research right there. Always have that active before you exit your game. And then lastly, before you exit your game, activate your peace shield, just to keep you safe for a certain amount of time. And there's the green one I was talking about earlier. If you've got an item in your inventory, it'll show up there, and I've already got one activated. Alright guys and girls, that is the end of this video, and I really hope you found it informative. I wish